What's up, y'all? Really quickly, I was just thinking, with all this talk about collusion for the last couple of years, I'm starting to think that the Democrats collude with China. Because to me, they talk two different ways. One, they talk about China and Russia being an axis of evil. But then on another line, you have U.S. products constantly being produced in China, or aspects of our products being produced in China. And I'm really confused. And even down to the coverage of the coronavirus, it seems like Fauci was very pro democratic planning about the coronavirus. That's one. Number two, he was inconsistent from the beginning. And I started not liking him very quickly when they started changing the narrative, playing with the narrative to keep people in panic. And I recognized that really early on, and I think that was one of the reasons why I'm like, I am so done with the Democratic establishment and even the establishment in Washington that involves rhino Republicans that don't have any sense of identity anymore as well. I'm done with that. But I think it's very odd that the United States is in bed with China as much as we are. And then on the mainstream media front, they want to talk about how China is they're killers. They have all these human rights violations and they kill their people. But we are literally getting food that we consume from China. A lot of U.S. companies are in bed with China. I think about the fact that my apple juice and my applesauce has concentrates for China. And I'm like, what about the U.S. farmers? What is it about all this land that we have in this country that we cannot produce simple things like apples and provide those to corporations to produce different products with? I'm not really understanding all of this, and this is where capitalism gets a little bit shaky for me, because I feel like you can have pure capitalism and then you can have self-interest capitalism that pretty much leads your country into a socialist state. And that's pretty much the capitalism that we have been seeing. And the United States government, they are straight up lying to people or deceiving people or manipulating people into believing things that to me are completely false. They are talking way different ways when it comes to China. Are they a threat? And if they are a threat, why the hell are we getting so many of our products produced by them? Why is it that throughout this whole damn pandemic, every single mask that I purchased was from China? Hell, I was in Indiana and went to look at a U.S. flag, and that was produced in China. So y'all need to start making sense, because either China is a threat and we need to stop messing with them and assess the threat properly, or China is not a threat and the U.S. government is straight up screwing us up in the name of self-interest. Something has to be a little bit more clear, because right now this country is looking crazy. We talking out the side of our necks. We talking two ways. And the Biden administration needs to clean their act up. They really need to clean it. All this socialist crazy shit, it sounds like y'all are a straight playbook from China is what the Biden administration is taking. And another thing I want to know is, how is it that we are trying to shut down our oil and gas operations here in the U.S. when the very countries that we are competing with aren't doing that? Matter of fact, some of these people have construction of new plants in their country. So somebody explain all this to me. Explain the economics and the business sense of some of this political rhetoric, because right now it's not coming together very well.